Have you ever felt a little dizzy first thing in the morning, maybe while stepping into the shower or reaching for your towel? Just a few seconds of lightheadedness, a strange flutter in your chest, or needing to grab the wall to steady yourself? If you're over 60, this isn't just a natural part of aging. It might be your brain's way of whispering a warning. You see, there's a daily habit most older adults do without a second thought. It happens in your bathroom right after you wake up. It feels clean, refreshing, even healthy. But for some people, it quietly raises the risk of stroke before they've even had breakfast. As a neurologist with over 30 years of experience treating stroke survivors, I can tell you that some of the most heartbreaking cases I've seen weren't caused by bad diets or smoking. They were caused by small, innocent choices that no one warned my patients about, like taking a hot shower too early or standing too fast without support. These everyday actions can send blood pressure soaring or cause sudden drops in brain oxygen without pain, without warning, until the damage is already done. Your brain needs consistent, stable blood flow. But after 60, your circulatory system isn't what it used to be. Arteries get stiffer. Reactions get slower. What felt safe at 40 might not be safe now. That's why today I want to walk you through 9 everyday shower habits that could quietly increase your stroke risk and show you how to make them safer, smarter, and more supportive of the body you live in today. You don't need pills, you don't need surgery, just a few adjustments rooted in understanding how aging changes your body. And it starts in the most unexpected place, your morning shower. So please stay with me until the end. This might be one of the most important health messages you'll hear this year. And before we begin, if you find this topic valuable, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video made just for you. If you enjoy this kind of content, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I want to keep making this better for you. Number 1, hot showers. First thing in the morning, a hidden stroke risk. It's one of life's simple pleasures, stepping into a hot shower first thing in the morning. The warmth feels good on stiff joints. The steam seems to wake you up, and for many people over 60, it's a ritual of independence. But what if I told you that this very habit, this comforting start to your day, could quietly be setting the stage for a stroke? Let me explain. When you sleep, your body naturally shifts into a state of rest. Your heart rate slows, your blood vessels relax, and your blood pressure tends to drop. This is perfectly normal. But the moment you rise and expose your body to a hot shower, especially before eating or drinking anything, you're asking your cardiovascular system to go from rest to overdrive in seconds. Here's what happens. The hot water causes your blood vessels, especially near the skin, to dilate. That means they open up, dropping your blood pressure even further. And if your brain is already adjusting from lying down to standing, that extra drop can mean reduced oxygen delivery where it's needed most. You might feel a little woozy, you might feel fine, but inside your brain could be starved for oxygen, triggering a chain reaction that leads to clot formation, pressure instability, and in the worst cases, a stroke. This is particularly risky if you're dehydrated from the night before, which many older adults are without realizing it. Or if you're on medications for blood pressure, diuretics, or certain heart drugs that already lower your pressure. Let me tell you about someone I'll never forget, Mr. Raymond Ellis, a 77-year-old former Navy mechanic from Virginia. Every morning, like clockwork, Raymond would step into a steaming hot shower the moment he woke up. "Get my bones moving," he used to say. One morning, his wife heard a loud thud. She found him on the bathroom floor, conscious but unable to speak or move his left arm. At the hospital, scans revealed he'd suffered an ischemic stroke. The likely cause? A combination of early morning dehydration, low blood sugar, and sudden vasodilation from the hot water. His brain hadn't received enough oxygen during those first few minutes of the day, and it only took a small clot to block a vital artery. Raymond survived, but with lasting weakness and speech problems. He now tells everyone he meets, "I thought I was waking up my body, but I was shocked." So what can you do? Here are some safer alternatives. Delay your shower by 30 to 60 minutes after waking. Drink a full glass of water first to rehydrate. Have a light snack or breakfast to stabilize blood sugar. Use warm, not hot water. Think gentle warmth, not steam room heat. Sit while showering or use a sturdy grab bar for support if you feel unsteady. You don't have to give up your morning shower, but you do need to give your body time to prepare. After 60, sudden shifts in temperature and pressure matter more than ever. And here's a question I want you to think about. When was the last time you paused before turning on the hot water and asked yourself if your body was ready? Now, if you thought that was surprising, just wait, because the next shower habit can spike your blood pressure in less than 60 seconds. It's being recommended online as a health trend, but for older adults, it could quietly lead to brain damage. Let's talk about cold water exposure and why it's far more dangerous than refreshing. Number 2, sudden exposure to cold water, a hidden stroke trigger. You've probably seen it online, videos of people raving about cold showers to boost energy, reduce inflammation, or shock the body into youth. Some even call it cold therapy and claim it can extend your life. But here's the truth. Nobody's telling you. If you're over 60, shocking your body with cold water may increase your risk of a stroke, sometimes in seconds. Let me explain why. When you suddenly expose your skin to cold water, your body reacts instinctively. Blood vessels constrict quickly, a reaction called vasoconstriction. Your heart starts beating faster. Blood pressure spikes. For a younger person with flexible arteries and a strong heart, this might be manageable. But in older adults, especially those with stiffened arteries, heart conditions, or high blood pressure, this sharp spike in pressure can cause a dangerous chain reaction. It can rupture a fragile blood vessel in the brain or trigger blood flow imbalances that increase stroke risk. Let me share the story of someone I cared for, Mrs. Dorothy Jensen, 74, from Minnesota. After watching a video online about cold showers for better heart health, she decided to try it. Every morning, she'd splash her body with cold water and step into a freezing shower. "They said it helps wake up your circulation," she told me. Within a week, she started having morning headaches. Then one day, after just a few seconds of cold exposure, she collapsed in the shower. At the ER, her brain scan revealed a small hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding in the brain. The doctors ruled out trauma or medication changes. The most likely trigger? The sharp increase in blood pressure from sudden cold water exposure. Dorothy survived, but now walks with a cane and needs help dressing. "I just wanted to feel stronger," she said with tears in her eyes. "I didn't think a shower could nearly take my life." Here's what I want you to take from this. Your body after 60 doesn't respond like it did at 30. It needs gentle activation, not sudden shocks. So what should you do instead? Avoid sudden cold showers, especially first thing in the morning. If you enjoy the refreshing feeling, try cool, not cold water, and only after light movement or a snack. Never splash cold water on your face or chest abruptly, especially while standing. Warm your body first, even just by stretching or walking around for a few minutes. And if you're on heart medications or blood pressure pills, skip cold showers entirely unless cleared by your doctor. Your body doesn't need to be shocked to stay healthy. After 60, it needs steadiness, calm, and a little more time to adjust. And if you thought this was surprising, just wait until the next point. It's about when you shower and how doing it right after breakfast could quietly steal oxygen from your brain and leave you vulnerable to a stroke without warning. Let's talk about showering right after meals and why it's more dangerous than you think. Number 3, showering after meals, a stroke risk hiding in plain sight. You've just finished breakfast, you feel comfortably full, warm, and ready to start your day. It seems like the perfect time to take a shower, right? But for older adults, showering immediately after eating can be one of the most dangerous times for your brain, especially if you use hot water or stand too long under the stream. Let me explain why. After a meal, your body redirects a large portion of your blood flow to your digestive system. Your stomach, intestines, and liver, they all demand more oxygen and energy to process the food you just ate. This means less blood and less oxygen are temporarily available for other vital areas, like your brain and your heart. Now add a hot shower to that equation. Hot water causes your blood vessels to dilate, which can lower your blood pressure even further. So now your brain is already getting less blood from digestion, and it's being squeezed more by the drop in pressure from the heat. This combination, reduced cerebral blood flow, lowered pressure, and possibly standing upright for too long, can trigger dizziness, fainting, or in more serious cases, an ischemic stroke. Let me tell you about a patient I remember well, Mrs. Jeanette Moore, 79, a retired school teacher from Florida. She liked to keep a tidy schedule. Eat breakfast, then shower by 9 a.m., she told me. But one morning, she collapsed in her bathroom. When paramedics arrived, she was confused and weak on one side. At the hospital, scans revealed a mild stroke caused by a drop in blood flow to the brain during that critical post-meal window. She told me later, "I had no idea showering after breakfast could be risky. I thought I was doing everything right." And that's the key. It's not about doing things wrong. It's about adjusting to what your body needs now. So what should you do? Wait at least 45-60 minutes after eating before showering. If you need to shower sooner, keep it brief and lukewarm, no more than 5 to 7 minutes. Avoid washing your head with cold water right after a meal, as it can constrict brain vessels. Sit down or use a stable support bar in the shower if you feel even slightly tired. And remember, this applies after naps too. Your circulation is still adjusting when you wake up. Cleanliness is essential, but timing your shower wisely is a small shift that can protect your brain in a big way. And if that surprised you, just wait for the next part, because a slippery bathroom floor without proper support is one of the leading causes of stroke-related injuries from falls in older adults. Let's talk about bathroom safety and how simple tools like grab bars can help save your life. Number 4, slippery bathroom floors and lack of support, a hidden danger to the brain. When we think about stroke risk, most of us picture things like high blood pressure, cholesterol, or poor diet. But one of the most overlooked and most dangerous causes of stroke in older adults is something much simpler: falling in the bathroom. And the surprising part is this: it's not always your body that fails you. It's your environment. A slippery floor, no grab bars, or moving too quickly without support can turn a safe space into a dangerous one. Have you ever stepped out of the shower, your feet still wet, and felt yourself slide just a little? Maybe you caught yourself, but all it takes is one slip to cause serious harm. For seniors, even a minor fall can lead to brain trauma, bleeding, or a stroke from a head injury. I remember Mr. Lester Brooks, 82, a retired truck driver from Kansas, still strong for his age, just some mild arthritis in his knees. One morning, as he stepped out of the tub, his foot slipped on a slick tile. He hit his head against the sink. By the time his wife got to him, he couldn't speak clearly, and the left side of his body was weak. A brain scan revealed a small hemorrhagic stroke caused by trauma from the fall. And the reason? No anti-slip mat, no grab bars, no support. Just a few missing precautions changed his life forever. So what can you do to protect yourself? Install non-slip mats inside and just outside the shower. Mount secure grab bars near the tub and toilet. Don't rely on towel racks or shower curtains. Use a sturdy shower chair if you feel unsteady or tired. Always dry your feet thoroughly before stepping out. And please, if you live alone, never lock the bathroom door completely. Leave it cracked so someone can help if needed. Taking precautions isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. It's love for your body and your future. Let me ask you this. If a $10 grab bar could help you avoid months of physical therapy, memory loss, or worse, wouldn't you install it today? And if you think falling is the only danger, wait until the next part, because just standing too long in the shower without moving can cause blood to pool in your legs and reduce blood flow to your brain. Let's talk about why standing too long in the shower is riskier than it seems and how to fix it. Number 5. Standing too long. While showering, a silent threat after 60. Most people think standing still is harmless, but after age 60, simply standing too long in the shower can quietly become a serious risk to your brain and circulation, especially if you're not moving, lack support, and are surrounded by warm steam and heat. Why is standing for too long dangerous? As we age, the veins in our legs become less efficient at pumping blood back to the heart. Our reflexes slow down. So when you stand still for an extended time, especially in a hot, steamy environment, blood tends to pool in your legs, making it harder for your brain to get the oxygen it needs. This can lead to lightheadedness, blurred vision, a racing heart, or in more serious cases, a sudden drop in blood pressure and fainting, which may cause a fall or even trigger a stroke due to lack of oxygen reaching the brain. You may not notice it right away, but that slow heaviness in your legs, that subtle feeling of something's off, those are your body's quiet warnings. Let me share the story of Mr. Harold Kim, 81, from California. A proud and independent man, he preferred to stand while showering. "I don't want a shower chair. I'm still strong," he told me. One morning, after about 10 minutes standing under warm water, he began to feel dizzy. Before he could react, he collapsed in the shower. Luckily, his wife heard the fall and called for help. At the hospital, we found no heart attack, no new stroke, but he'd experienced a transient drop in blood flow to his brain from standing too long without movement. Now, Harold uses a shower chair and tells everyone, it's not about weakness, it's about wisdom. So what can you do? Don't stand too long while showering. Try to limit standing time to 5-7 minutes. Keep your body moving gently. Shift your feet, stretch your arms, keep circulation flowing. Use a sturdy shower chair, especially if you've had dizziness, low blood pressure, or balance issues. Install grab bars where you can easily reach them for extra support. Listen to your body. If you feel tired, heavy, or just off, pause and sit down. After 60, taking care of your health isn't about pushing harder. It's about knowing when to slow down, when to rest, and how to protect what matters most. And if you thought standing still was risky, just wait. Because in the next part, we'll talk about how quick twists, sudden bends, and fast head movements in the shower can silently trigger balance loss and even strokes. Let's explore sudden movements during bathing and why gentle motion is your true strength after 60. Number 6. Sudden movements. While bathing, when speed becomes a risk to the brain, you bend down to grab the soap, you twist to reach for a towel, you tilt your head back to rinse your hair. These are small, everyday motions we barely think about. But after age 60, even a quick movement in the shower can silently shock your brain, leading to dizziness, loss of balance, or in more serious cases, a stroke. Here's why. As we get older, the systems that help us stay balanced, like the vestibular system in the inner ear and the nervous system that controls posture, become slower and less responsive. Sudden movements like bending, twisting, or lifting your head quickly force your body to rapidly adjust blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain. But in the warm, slippery environment of a shower, especially if you're already tired or standing for too long, your body might not adjust in time. That can cause a brief drop in brain oxygen, triggering a dizzy spell, a fall, or even a transient ischemic attack, TIA, also known as a mini stroke. I once treated a woman named Ruth Anderson, 76, from Oregon. While shampooing, she bent down to pick up a bottle of conditioner. When she stood back up, the room spun. She fell to the side, hitting her head on the tile wall. At the hospital, she had trouble walking straight and spoke with a slight slur. The scans showed a transient ischemic attack, a warning sign that a major stroke could be coming. I never thought a simple bend could affect my brain, she told me. That's why slow, mindful movement in the shower is essential for people over 60. So how can you protect yourself? Avoid sudden bending, twisting, or head movements, especially while standing. If you drop something, sit down on a shower chair before reaching for it. When rinsing your hair, tilt your head slowly and never all the way back in one motion. Keep items at chest or shoulder height so you don't have to reach or strain. Do gentle balance exercises like yoga or Tai Chi to improve your stability and body awareness. Remember, after 60, speed isn't strength. Grace, caution, and control are your real superpowers. And if you think a quick movement is harmless, just wait, because in the next section, we'll talk about something even more surprising: how pouring water from head to toe too quickly can constrict your vessels, drop your blood pressure, and impact your brain. Let's talk about how the way you rinse matters and why the order of water flow could protect your brain. Number 7, pouring water from head to toe. Too quickly, a simple habit that could harm your brain. You step into the shower, turn on the warm water, and just like you've done for years, you rinse straight from your head down to your feet. It feels refreshing, cleansing, and automatic. But if you're over 60, this common habit may be putting sudden stress on your blood vessels, altering your blood pressure, and affecting your brain in ways you never expected. It might sound surprising, but here's what's happening. When you pour water directly over your head, especially if it's very hot or very cold, you create an instant thermal shock to the scalp, neck, and chest. These areas are rich in nerves and blood vessels that react quickly to temperature changes. Your body responds by constricting or expanding blood vessels in an attempt to stabilize itself. In younger people, the body adjusts quickly. But after 60, those reflexes slow. This sudden vascular response can cause blood pressure to spike or drop depending on your baseline state. Either way, it can reduce the oxygen supply to your brain for a few critical seconds, leading to dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, or worse, a fall, or even a minor stroke. I once treated Mr. Wallace Turner, 83, from Texas. On a cold winter morning, he turned on the shower and poured cold water over his head like he'd done since he was a boy. But this time his heart raced, the room spun, and he collapsed. Thankfully, it wasn't a full stroke, but a mild brain contusion from hitting the wall, along with several days of balance issues and fatigue. I thought I was just doing what I always did, he told me. I didn't know I was doing it wrong for my age. So how can you protect yourself? Avoid pouring water directly over your head or chest at the start of your shower. Instead, start by rinsing your feet, then hands, arms, and gradually move up to the torso and head, giving your body time to adjust to the water temperature. Use lukewarm water, not too hot, not too cold. If you need to wash your hair, sit on a shower chair or stool to reduce balance risk. And if you have heart issues, blood pressure concerns, or frequent dizziness, consider having someone nearby or keeping the bathroom door unlocked. Showering isn't just about hygiene. It's an opportunity to care for your nervous and circulatory system with gentle, thoughtful routines. And if you found this surprising, stay with me because in the next section, we'll talk about why showering late in the afternoon or at night could quietly increase your stroke risk, especially if you struggle with sleep, heart issues, or blood pressure control. Let's explore the timing of your shower and why a late shower may be more dangerous than you think. Number 8, evening showers, a quiet stroke. Risk for older adults. After a long day, taking a shower in the evening can feel like the perfect way to relax. It's clean, calming, and seems to help you sleep better. But if you're over 60, showering in the late afternoon or late evening might quietly increase your risk of stroke, especially if you're already dealing with sleep problems, blood pressure issues, or heart concerns. Here's why. As evening approaches, your body naturally starts to slow down. Your temperature lowers, your blood pressure dips, your nervous system prepares for rest. But when you step into the shower, especially if the water is very hot or cold, you're suddenly shocking your system at a time it's trying to wind down. This mismatch between body rhythm and temperature shock can cause your blood vessels to constrict or dilate too quickly, which affects your blood pressure and how much oxygen your brain receives. For older adults, this can lead to dizziness, fainting, or in some cases, a nighttime stroke that goes unnoticed until morning. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, Mrs. Linda Carter, 80, from Colorado. For years, she showered at 10 p.m. to sleep better. But one night after her usual hot shower, she went to bed feeling slightly dizzy. By morning, she couldn't move the right side of her body or speak clearly. She had suffered an ischemic stroke, most likely triggered by the drop in blood flow to the brain caused by the hot, late-night shower. Since then, her daughter has changed her schedule completely. Now, Mom showers in the morning or early afternoon, and she's sleeping better than ever, she told me. So, what can you do to stay safe? Shower in the morning or early afternoon, ideally before 5 p.m. If you must shower later, use lukewarm water and keep it short, no longer than 5-7 minutes. Avoid washing your head at night, especially with cold water. Don't shower when you're tired, hungry, or right after taking nighttime medication, especially blood pressure meds. Let someone in your home know you're taking a shower, especially if you live alone. The right timing isn't just about comfort. It's a simple, powerful way to protect your brain and improve your sleep. And if you thought only water temperature or timing mattered, the next part will surprise you even more, because not drinking water before your shower could cause your blood to thicken and increase stroke risk. Let's talk about dehydration and why a glass of water before you shower might quietly protect your brain. 9. Not drinking water before showering. A small habit with a big stroke risk. A simple glass of water, something so ordinary, could be your quiet protector against stroke, especially before you step into the shower. Have you ever felt lightheaded, tired, or even slightly dry in the mouth after a shower? It's not just the hot water or steam. What many people don't realize is that your body loses water while showering through sweat, steam exposure, and heat-driven blood vessel expansion. After age 60, your body is more prone to mild dehydration, especially if you don't drink enough water throughout the day or are taking medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills. When you're slightly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, moves more slowly, and increases the risk of forming blood clots, one of the leading causes of ischemic stroke. Let me share a story about Mrs. Margot Fawn, 78, from San Jose. She had a habit of waking up and heading straight to the shower without drinking anything. One morning after showering, she felt dizzy and stumbled. Soon after, her speech slurred and she became confused. At the hospital, she was diagnosed with a mild ischemic stroke, likely triggered by dehydration and a blood pressure dip during the shower. From that day forward, her family made a simple change. they placed a glass of water by her bed. She now drinks it every morning before getting up and always before showering. So what should you do? Drink a glass of water, about 8 ounces or 250 ml, 15 to 20 minutes before showering. If you shower in the morning, drink water as soon as you wake up. Avoid showering when you feel thirsty, dry-mouthed, or after taking diuretics. On hot days, stay hydrated throughout the day, not just before your shower. That glass of water may seem small, but it can help keep your blood flowing smoothly, reducing the strain on your heart and brain, and protecting you during the natural stress your body feels during a shower. And if you've followed along this far, it's time to bring it all together. Why seemingly harmless bathing habits can slowly add up to major risks, and how simple changes can protect your brain, your heart, and your peace of mind. Let's move into our conclusion: showering safely to protect your brain, heart, and life after 60. My dear friends, today we've uncovered 9 small habits in our daily bathing routine. Habits that seem harmless, but over time, can quietly raise your risk of stroke, heart strain, or injury. You see, after age 60, our health isn't usually threatened by one big event, but by many small ones stacked together: a late night shower, standing too long, forgetting to drink water, one slip here, one dizzy spell there. Alone, they may seem minor, but together they can change your life. But here's the good news: once you're aware of these risks, you have the power to prevent them. Starting tomorrow, I invite you to do just a few simple things. Drink a glass of water before you shower. Bathe in the morning or early afternoon. Avoid long hot showers or sudden movements. Use a grab bar, sit if needed, and shower slowly and mindfully. These aren't just safety tips, they're gifts of love to your future self. If you found this video helpful, please comment 1 below. I'd love to know that it made a difference for you. And if not, leave a 0 and share what you'd like me to explain better. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more trusted, easy to understand guidance to keep your brain sharp, your heart strong, and your days full of purpose. And before you go, do you think all vegetables are safe after 60? You might be surprised because in our next video, I'll reveal 5 vegetables that can raise stroke risk overnight for people over 60. Yes, even healthy foods can backfire if your body isn't ready for them. Click the next video now. I'll see you there. And until then, take care of your brain, your heart, and the beautiful years ahead of you.